Hello and welcome. If you own a piece of property or if you're planning on acquiring a piece of property that you want to develop real estate, residential real estate on in phases, this is probably the video for you. So you can fence off your property and build a small house on it. Even if it's an estate project, some estates have provisions for a separate building for service quarters in them, and you could build the service quarters. Um, it can be useful if you live outside the country and you can only afford to spend a short period of time in Nigeria while the construction of your project is going on. You could build the service quarters, fence off the property, and come back later when you have more time and continue the rest of the project. If you live in Nigeria, you could also, for instance, if you have a limited amount of resources, you could actually just develop a small building, call it a service quarters, boys' quarters, what have you. And you could actually, depending on what your family size is, you could actually live in that building temporarily and oversee the construction of your main project, your main building. So the building on the screen is actually very adaptable. It's two one-room flats. Each one has its own toilet and kitchen rather. Each one has its own toilet and kitchen. But it can also be very easily converted to a one-bedroom house, which is a house that has a living room and a bedroom and then a toilet and a kitchen. So I will show you the plans in a moment. All right. So this is what the twin one-room flats looks like, and this is what the one-bedroom option looks like as well, you see. And yeah, it's very easy to convert from one to the other. So you could actually live in the one-bedroom flat temporarily while the main building is going on. Then when it is complete, you can convert it back to two one-room flats and give it out to guests, people who maybe if you have people working in your house, domestic staff, you could let them stay there. Or if you have grown-up kids who boys who are in the university and they want some privacy, they could just as easily stay in a property like this, when it's converted back to two flats or however you like it. You could also use it as rental property. So, and this is another option here. So with this option, it makes it even much easier to convert it from two flats to a one-bedroom house, from the two one-room flats to a one-bedroom house and back again. So whichever option you prefer is fine. So I'm going to cost this building, the frame of the building, I'm not going to cost the finishes, plumbing, electricals, doors, windows, just the foundation, concrete work, block work, steel reinforcement, the wooden members for the roof, and then wood formwork, of course, and then roofing sheets. So just to give you an idea of what some of the quote unquote major costs will be for the frame of the building. So this is the current currency exchange rate for dollars and pounds in the parallel market. And these are building material prices, current building material prices. We will start with the foundation. I'm only going to read out the Naira values now, but you'll be able to see the dollar and pound values for yourself. I figure you can read them faster than I can say them out, so there's no point in me repeating them over. Um, yeah, so that's the text in red. The blue text is the dollar and pound values. Excavation cost is 47,000 naira. The cost of the foundation footing concrete is 465,500 naira. And the cost of the foundation walls is 328,000 naira. The cost of sand filling is 480,000 naira. Sorry, that's 480,000 naira. The cost of the concrete floor is 1,037,770 naira. So the total cost of the foundation is 2,358,270 naira. Next, we move over to the walls, lintels, and beams. The cost of block work from the floor to the lintels is 494,900 naira. Next, we move over to the lintels and beams, and the cost of wood formwork for the lintels and beams is 108,500 naira. The cost of steel reinforcement for the lintels and beams is 279,200 naira. The cost of concrete in the lintels and beams is 218,675 naira. The total cost of the lintels and beams is 606,375 naira. That's 606,375 naira. And the cost of the block work above the lintels is 224,850 naira. The cost of the block work and lintels and beams combined is 1,326,125 naira. So the roof is next, and the cost of the wooden frame for the roof and the ceiling is 381,900 naira. The cost of roofing sheets and the cost of installing the roofing sheets is 1,056,100 naira. So the total cost of the roof is 1,438,000 naira. And the total cost of the frame of the building from foundation to roof is 5,122,395 naira. And this brings us to the end of this episode. Please like, share, subscribe, share this with your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next episode.